here. You're ready. Welcome to my world.
Welcome back, YouTube. It's I'm Ghost of Sparta, your #1 unboxer and action figure reviewer, here again with another fantastic review for you guys from the TBleague Anubis, Guardian of the Underworld. We're going to be taking a look at paint apps, sculpt, articulation, and accessories, as we always do on this channel. Just to make sure you guys are supporting this channel, please hit that like button and make sure to remember to subscribe and hit that bell notification. Right now, YouTube is all about likes, so please like this video so that way I could get more support and I could be put in front of a lot more people on this platform, so that way more people can recognize the I'm Ghost of Sparta channel is where it's at. Now, with all that being said, make sure to check in the links in the description below for all my social media, so that way you guys can keep updated on this channel. Now let's get to those size comparisons. So here are the size comparisons. This guy is supposed to be a 1/12 figure, 1/12 scale figure, which is basically a 6-inch figure. And so you can see he kind of stacks up just around that size or scale. You know, we can see how he is against SH Shfiguarts Goku, Marvel Legends Deadpool, the Lightning Collection Gold Ranger from Hasbro. We got the NECA Predator, and also we have the Imagineworks Goku. So you can see where he stands, you know, with all these figures. I have the camera pretty much level, and you can get an idea of how you would want to display him or what other crossover you want to do. So with all that being said, let's get to the actual review. So now that we got the size comparison out of the way, we can actually look at this figure and we could see the detail that they were able to mold onto the exoskeleton body that's underneath this. This is not just a plastic body. This is actually like a silicone or rubber body that's encased itself over a metal skeleton to be able to give it articulation. So that way you have no seams. You don't see any articulation bits. It looks like a person pretty much. So it's really nice that they were able to use this technology. It's just that I feel that it's faulty because it's not going to last forever. There is some, you know, tips to keeping it up nice. But the thing is, if you keep them in a certain pose for too long, it can mess with the rubber or silicone or whatever it is. It could also warp it. It could melt. It could get sticky. It could get disfigured. There's a lot of cons to it. I don't know how long it would take for something like that to happen, but it's a possibility. Now you can see it has all the nice little sculpting of his muscles. You know, they were able to put all that detail in. They even got this nice gold chain. We got the nice green gem. There's green gems all over this figure. You can see that it's very detailed, super detailed. You know, we got all the nice little designs here. Some more green gems, even on his forearms. We have green gems. This piece right here is actually pretty pointy. We have right here on his shins, we have more green gems. This is just like a cloth with the plastic piece around it, but the detail that they were able to do looks phenomenal. We got this little loin cloth here. This is all cloth. You can actually lift it up. Now we got the real true Underworld right here. You can see right there, big old butt cheeks. You know, so they didn't make them completely, you know, anatomically correct, but you get the idea. They were able to get this. Now there's two versions of these figures. There's usually a dark version and a gold version or a silver version. I was able to get my hands on this one. I wanted this guy in the 1/6 scale, but wasn't able to get it. But you can see the detail that they put on it. We got his little crown, his cobra crown. We got the earrings here. The earrings are actually movable. I don't know if you could see. They're actually, I wouldn't say they're articulated, but they're able to move. They're not just, you know, sculpted onto his ears. They actually pierced it, put a little piece of earring in there. Same thing with his chains. His chains are greatly his chains are more accurate, and they seem to fit the scale of the figure. This would make sense for a figure to have the chains this small, for it to actually be the right scale that he would wear. So it makes sense. But yeah, there's so much detail with this guy. It feels great holding him. He has some good weight to him. His ankles are kind of weak due to the fact that he is a metal frame inside, you know, completely metal. There's no plastic on this guy except for the silicone that's around him. So he is heavy. You know, he has a good weight to him. You could probably use him as a paperweight. But with all that being said, let's take a look at the articulation. Head moves up, moves down, swivel, arm rotation, hinge, bend at the elbow, swivel, hinge, bicep joint back, forward, side to side, waist swivel, leg kicks forward, leg kicks back. Now we have Anubis with his Underworld spread, bend at the knee, swivel, hinge. So here are Anubis's accessories. He has 2 fisted hands, and then he has these other 2 pairs of hands. He basically comes with 3 pairs of hands all together. He has the slightly open palm hands, and then he has a slightly grasping hand that's used to hold his staff that we'll go over in the rest of the accessories. Now the detail on these hands are really nice. You could take a look at it. They got the fingernails right there. They're all black. There's very little paint. I think the shading on the fingernails is a little gloss, but they do have some detail right there. You can see the veins and the tendons and everything in the hand. Let's take a look at this one. You can see right there all the veins as well. And then we have some more fingernails as well. So those are the hands that he comes with. Let's go to the rest of the accessories. All right, so here are the other 2 accessories that Anubis comes with. He has his Ankh or his cross or his Monster Reborn symbol, and then he has a staff. Now the Ankh looks really nice. It's sculpted nicely, and it scales well with the figure. If you look at the chain is really nice, and it scales well with the figure. It makes sense. Like, this would be really big, you know, chain links that they would use if you were to be in that scale. Now if you see that bigger chain link that's there, that's usually sometimes what they use for these figures, because it's easier for someone with big hands to be able to chain link together. So that way they would put this together, but they were really thoughtful and use something smaller to be able to scale correctly with the figure like it does with his ones on his waist. Now we'll put that to the side, and then we'll look at the staff. Now the staff does come apart just for storage purposes, but it is a metal staff. I'd be very careful. Look at the nice tail end of the staff, has some nice detail there, and then the actual staff itself has some nice gems and nice patterns and colors right there as well. So it looks really nice. As you can hear, it is metal, so just be very careful if you do pick up this figure to not bend or poke or anybody, because these pointy bits are really sharp. But look at the detail on that. It looks really nice. Now we'll go on to the last 2 bits of his accessories. So Anubis comes with 2 face sculpts. This is his normal face sculpt. This is the one that's already on him. The piece that just fell out is his collar that goes around his neck, but you can see here, this is just his normal one. Look at the detail, like I was mentioning before in the beginning of the review. Look at the detail that's on here. You got some dry brushing. It looks like he's wearing like a bronze cowl all the way around him. He has his little earrings. He has his earrings up there. We have the cobra on top. It just looks so good. Look at the detail in the eyes. I mean, it looks like he's staring at you in your soul. Look at that. He's like,
come with me and give me your gold and your soul.
It looks really nice. And then we have his like snarling face. We can see right here that obviously someone didn't get a treat and was treated really badly, and he had to sit in the corner, so he's upset. So we could see that there with this Anubis head sculpt. It's all the same. The only difference is he has his teeth showing, but we could see at the back of it all the same great detail that we saw from the first one is still there, and he has his teeth snarling. So they gave us that little bit of detail. I mean, take a look at those eyes. I mean, everything is sculpted beautifully on this figure. Even the earrings on these ones that are actually on the ear, they actually move and articulate just like an earring would. Wow, it just looks beautiful. Let me know in the comments, guys, what you think about these head sculpts. These are really nice. These are really nice. All right, let's go to my final thoughts. So here are my final thoughts on the figure. It's a very nice figure. It is well worth the money. I think this guy was like 70 or 80 bucks, and I got my money's worth out of this. The only thing is the really big con for me is that the fact that he's encased in silicone rubber. I mean, in the instructions, it completely says that this guy's not a sex toy. That's not what I bought him for, but I think that's pretty funny that they had to mention that, because who the hell's using an action figure for a sex toy? I mean, they have those and they're usually life size. So it's kind of odd that they would put that in there. But with all that being said, this figure is really nice. You do get your money's worth. I mean, the little bit of accessories that he comes with, it's not so bad, but you could get a lot of playability out of him, posability. You can get some great scenes with him. I mean, if you make yourself a nice little Egyptian diorama, have him sit on a throne, or have him, you know, executing somebody or something like that. You know, whatever your imagination during the Egyptian time, him mummifying somebody would be great. I mean, he's definitely a conversation piece. I mean, you have him on your shelf, people are going to ask about him, and then if you take him out, let them hold him, people are going to go crazy due to the fact that he's completely made out of silicone. Now, that's the con about it, is that, you know, the longevity of that. You don't know how long it's going to last. You don't know what, you know, even if you do take care of it, you know, what if you only get like 2 years and it just completely melts and all you're left with is a freaking exoskeleton. So just keep that in mind if you are going to pick up this figure. It is a really nice figure. I liked it. I mean, if I were to put a grade on it, I give it an easy 7 out of 10, just for the fact that, you know, the silicone body kind of brings it down a little bit. One thing I did forget to mention is that he does come with a stand. I forgot about that. He does come with a little stand that's articulated, so you can be able to have him jump in the air and do all kinds of acrobatics. Nothing too crazy, so just keep that in mind. He does come with a stand, and it's able to hold him up just correctly as needed, or very nicely as needed. So with that being said, guys, I appreciate your guys' support, appreciate you guys coming down to checking out this review. Please hit that like button, because it's going to do a lot of support for this channel. I mean, there's 600 of you guys out there. I should be able to get easily 600 likes, so please show your support and get those likes up there for me. And also hit the subscribe button and the bell icon, so that way you guys don't miss any future videos. Make sure to check out in the description below for future video other reviews that I did, and also for my social media spots. And I'll see everybody on the next review.